We're going to Manchester Arena to see Christina Aguilera sing really loud. Shall we go? She seems excited. Hello folks and welcome to Manchester. We're in the middle of Manchester. We're here for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, official reason, we are here because tomorrow night Anna is, or I'm going with her, but it's all Anna. It's all Anna's thing. We're going to go and see Christina Aguilera live at the Manchester Arena, something Anna has wanted to do for her entire life. She is very, very excited about it. But I heard, travelling to a city that's more than a couple of hours away from home while Andy's at respite, that feels like an adventure. So here we are in the centre of the city, rooftoping basically, on an adventure, because this is the Airbnb apartment that we're going to be staying in for the next couple of days, and this is the balcony of that apartment. Don't worry, this whole video isn't an Airbnb ad, but I do want to mention this place was cheaper than the hotel we had reserved for these couple of days. It is crazy cheap for us to stay here smack bang in the middle of the city for 2 days. That's the Arndale Centre just there. The arena is apparently a 4-minute walk from here for tomorrow night. I don't know in which direction, but I thought I'd kick things off with a little bit of a guided tour of the Airbnb to give you an idea the sort of thing you can get for a really reasonable price in the centre of the second biggest city in the country. It's insanely cheap, and if you do decide, oh, Airbnb looks good, let's give it a try, we have got an affiliate link down in the description below, so you can do exactly that. We don't get paid a commission for it, but if you sign up and book a trip through that, you get £25 off your first trip, and we get £25 off our next trip, so it's win-win. But this is the apartment. I mean, granted, it's small, but it's a heck of a lot bigger than a hotel would have been, than a Premier Inn. So here we have our little kitchen. We did have a washing line out there on the balcony, so that's the balcony where I just was. Little dining area here, seating area, TV, coming through into this bit. We've got the fancy bathroom. How do we turn the light on in the bathroom? There we go. Fancy bathroom with fancy massage shower. I mean, that shower is better than anything we've ever had in a hotel. And then through here we have the front door. I've never known anywhere where the front door opens into the bedroom before, but it does. I was worried. So you come into the bedroom, and if we were in a Premier Inn, this is the space we would get. We would have this bedroom and a slightly worse bathroom than that. So in my mind, all this in here was free. The balcony was free. Sorry, that balcony, because we do have this balcony as well, which apparently we're locked out of. I mean, to be fair, I don't know that I'd fit on it anyway, but I will try. But yeah, what do you think of the Airbnb, Anna? Impressed? So we go and have a Manchester adventure. As we were driving through, we noticed they've got a Christmas market in the centre of town, which is just around the corner.
We nearly died on the way here.
Yeah, we basically drove through the worst storm in the history of the world. We've made it. It's just before 3 o'clock on Monday, so we need to be at the arena in about 27 hours. Until then, our time is our own to have a Manchester adventure, and I have no idea what that entails.
We are not going to the football museum.
The football museum is just over the road.
No.
We're going to go and explore Manchester. We're out on our adventure. It only took us an hour. We were too busy playing with the ceiling speakers and blasting Christina Aguilera songs out.
It was awesome. Shaking my head like this.
We've just walked out the door to the apartment building. That's literally the shopping centre just there. You're standing behind me, Anna. Almost knocked Anna into the road. So we're going to have an explore. Do you remember which way the market was? I like a Christmas market.
That way.
We're going this way then. Exploration time. We've discovered the weather is cool in the north. It's quite brisk, isn't it?
We're in a bit.
But look, hold on, if we need to shelter from the weather, and the National Football Museum is just there, so we could probably...
I'm going inside. We're going inside.
Well, we've made it into the Christmas market. It does occur to me that a Christmas market for a couple who don't drink alcohol, and one of them can't eat anything with flour or lactose in, there's not really much in a Christmas market for us. This is the first of 2 Christmas markets I'll be in this week, because we're at Birmingham later in the week. But yeah, Christmas market, Christmas knickknacks. I think Anna's trying to drag me into Selfridges, so I'm trying to distract her with knickknacks. No Selfridges for you.
Oh, what nice I was looking at.
Well, despite the pouring rain and the fact that it's getting dark, we've made it to Primark for one of the other reasons we're in Manchester. This is like Anna's dream trip. Are you excited? Yeah. Can't go in then. You are? Don't you want to actually go in? Do you want a friend's bum bag? Is this what the world has become? Rather than enjoying the experience, you're just taking pictures of it while I vlog it.
Well, when we're here again.
Yeah, we will. We've got to bring Amy. I just sent a picture of where we are to the girls and Amy is furious.
So they hate us now.
Looks like we've got to come back to Manchester at some point. Got to get myself a little souvenir to go with my fancy new coffee machine. Only a £5. Finally have espresso cups. There you go, you are officially on the sofa at Christmas as well. Happy now? Now I have to take a picture. Much exploration complete. We've just come back to drop off our purchases and tomorrow's breakfast, which is Aldi's version of cinnamon toast crunch and crumpets.
Nothing for me.
She left Aldi because it was too busy, so I just got Kevin food. I would live my entire life on nothing but curiously cinnamon and crumpets. They're just brilliant. I said, do you want anything? You went, no, and just left.
It was awful in there. Because the way Kevin is, well, this is what I need, and gets it, and then moves,
goes to get the next thing.
and then goes back to where he just come from because he wants butter. And I was just like, and then there was
can't have
people
crumpets
here,
without butter.
and there was people here. I was just, no.
The whole purpose of crumpets is butter. Now we're going to go to Wagamama, which is probably, what, a 12-second walk from the front door? It's just on the corner from where we are. So we're going to go
We were
to
going to
Wagamama.
Deliveroo, but...
It's too I can't Deliveroo and get the guy, he wouldn't even need his bike. We're going to
I just don't want to
Wagamama.
go in, but... So,
Plus the menu's different and it costs more, so we may as well just go in and let someone else do the washing up. Now you're talking katsu curry, and Anna doesn't have anything because you ordered something fussy.
I didn't. I asked for rice noodles. So I can't have buckwheat.
Fussy. And now Anna's wet fish has arrived. And we have returned from our dinner, so now I get to enjoy something I haven't enjoyed for 3 years.
A shower.
Not a shower, you monster. She's horrible to me. But ever since we started the daily vlog, I have never once had a night away from home where I could just chill out. There's a chair in front of a telly just here, and that telly has Netflix on it. So I'm just gonna do nothing.
Not we.
We are gonna do nothing. And it's gonna be marvellous. We shall see you in the morning. Well, it is the next morning, and we are obviously still in our shiny flat. Interesting Manchester information. The water around here, different consistency to in Peterborough, and it's made my hair go ridiculous. So if my hair gets worse and worse throughout the course of today, it's the local water. Blame that. It's soft, and I need hard water for my thick hair that grows outwards rather than growing longer. But it's gone 10 o'clock. We've had a lovely lie-in. Last night we just sat watching Atypical, like 5 episodes of that on Netflix, because we're over a season behind, or we were. We've now finished season 2 of that, and we're just waiting for Pab. Pab is going to be meeting up with us at some point today. Anna's just applying face paint, and then we're gonna go makeup apparently, and then we're going out to play with Pab. Who's this knocking at the door? How do I unlock the door?
Housekeeping.
It's one of the locals. Look, he's got a big brolly. You said I wasn't allowed a big brolly.
Because, Kevin, you can't take it to the arena.
Look at the size
Yeah,
of
I'm
your
not going to
brolly.
the arena.
Pab's here, by the way.
Yeah.
Say hello, Pab.
Hello.
Well, we've made it out and about. We're just casually wandering around, and accidentally we've ended up at Food and Planet, first of 2 comic shops we're likely to accidentally end up in. She's dragging me to Christina Aguilera later, therefore I get to drag her to comic book shops. I think that's reasonable. Didn't buy anything in that shop because I'm on my best behaviour, and I can go to Forbidden Planet anytime. But they've got Travelling Man here, and I can't go to this anytime, so this is where I'm going to spend all my pocket money. Look how happy Anna is, having her dream weekend. Hey, you got to be Ross off of Friends, and you're going to see Aguilera later. this is the price you pay. Well, Pab is officially giving us the scenic tour of Manchester. There's water behind me. This side there's pigeons. We just went in a crazy shop called Affleck that I didn't want to film in because it was like 4 floors of tiny little independent shops and market stalls, that every single one had a person in there just sort of sat behind their counter looking as we came in. I didn't want to point a camera at them, but it was awesome. There was just, if you can think of anything weird and quirky that you might ever want to buy, they had it in there, which was really cool. And now we're just kind of wandering about. Trams over there. We can see them from the kitchen in the flat. That's a proper look at the trams for when Andy watches this video. Calling this brunch, even though I've already had breakfast and will still be having lunch. But it's enormous s'mores and it looks awesome. There you go, proper look at a tram for him. The other thing I'm trying to do while we're wandering around the big city centre is put Minecraft Earth through its paces. And I've got to say, it's no Pokemon Go. Needs a tutorial. Why? Anna's telling me how to get around the pavement, I don't know why. Next stop on Pam's Manchester tour, we have Chinatown, where I assume he's bringing us for lunch. No. I mean, that's pretty, but I'm more interested in this. But apparently these two don't want Chinese food for lunch. First red cup of the year. Plus, I've got loads of pods for the espresso. I finally found the Starbucks at home ones. Interestingly, in Starbucks, as you'd imagine, we found even more of the Christmas market that we were in last night. I don't know how. This is a big Christmas market. What is that enormous building? Is that like a, what is that? Old windmill something. I think it's just a big bar. We're heading for barbecue food for lunch. Kev wins. We might not have got Chinese, but we've got barbecue. That's what I'm calling lunch. I might eat Anna's as well. And there's his hoagie. I don't even know what a hoagie is.
I don't.
Dinner consumed. And now we're going to go and play adventure golf, I think.
No, Ruth's not here.
I want to play golf. Next to the flat we're staying in, there's this big thing. What's it called? The Printworks, which has got like an IMAX cinema, loads of restaurants, and adventure golf. So we're going to go and play some adventure golf. Hopefully it's going to be a little warmer than it is out and about, because it is freezing. I'm trying to convince Anna that we should go into the ice cavern or ice village Manchester, where there is an ice dragon. But apparently not being able to ice skate is a reason not to go in there. That and the fact it's minus 10 degrees in there.
Well, it's like that out here anyway. So.
It's like 5 degrees out here, I think. Maybe even a little warmer than that. It's not super cold. Why, what's in here? This is a football museum. I'm trying to convince a football museum as well. But apparently I've already pushed it too far today with comic shops. Well, we made it as far as the shop for the football museum. But Anna is making us leave. I got this close, everybody. I almost bought some Manchester United merch to go with my football manager save. Then I realised I'm not a Manchester United fan, so I didn't. Well, we've just scouted out the arena, and we are probably a 3-minute walk from the door to the flat to the arena, so we're good for that for later. So we're now heading back to the Printworks, where I'm going to beat Pab at golf. One Treetop Adventure Golf, and also one of those is the flat we're staying in. Another place super close to where we're sleeping. Come on, let's go and have an adventure and play golf. This place is mad. It's indoor, it's super warm, it sounds like a rainforest, and there's 2 different crazy golf courses all inside. We'll just put our coats in lockers. This is brilliant. This hole is awesome because we've got a dip, so you've got to really whack it into his mouth, or into one of the holes, I guess. In fact, does that put, oh, that's less awesome. I thought you were going to lose your ball forever.
That was truly awful.
Thank you.
happening here? Okay. So we're trying
to conquer the last challenge.
But you gave it your best shot.
I did.
So it's the 19th hole. If we get this one, we win a free go. Boo. Well, we finished our round. I assume I won, but we've got the scorekeeper here to tell us who the official winner was. So Pab, who won at golf?
What do you want?
I want reverse order scores.
First place, Anna with 61. Second place, Kev with 56. First was me with 47.
Home turf advantage, I'm calling that. Me and Anna should get a 10-shot handicap. Recalculate with 10-shot handicaps. Who wins then? And we have returned to the flat after a full day of adventure. We left here at like 10:30 this morning and it's 4 o'clock. I'm ready to just have some dinner and go to bed. We have to go to this gig.
Anything in your calendar at 1600 hours.
Siri says I've got nothing on, so I think that's it. We're done now. Look, if we lived here, I could just be wandering around and then just put the camera there and carry on chatting. I think I might buy this flat. This is awesome. Anna, can we buy this flat?
No.
Well, we've left Anna in the flat to nap and watch telly and do whatever girls do when they're getting ready to go to Christina Aguilera concerts. So me and Pab are righting a wrong from earlier in the day. It would be wrong to stay for 3 days this close to the National Football Museum and not go to it. So we're wandering 200 yards down the block to go to the National Football Museum. This place seems massive. There's like 4 floors to it. I've just had my photo taken with the FA Cup and the Premier League trophy. I'll put them on screen now. I'm on the hunt for anything posh related in here. I found some posh facts on here, which is awesome.
We've got a treat in store for you today, a classic match with a very special commentary. And this is who we had in the studio. Hello there. It was a commentary I'll never forget. Let's see what you think.
Thanks, Gary. Welcome to Carrow Road for this first division match between Norwich City and Liverpool. We pick up the action, I'm getting too far ahead of myself. We pick up the action 3-2 to Liverpool.
I don't know what that bit is. Oh, I'm supposed to read that. Like Downs, marked by Case. Norwich City really working well together on this one.
Bond. Ryan. Fashioning. Oh, what a goal. That's a magnificent goal. Molly Clements had no chance of reaching that one.
Well, everyone has their own style.
Shut up, Lineker.
You certainly did. Hey, you did okay.
There you go, I'll include this shirt for Shorts Day. Another one for Shorts Day. It's one from when you won the European Cup. This feels like exercise. Oh my word. Don't like this at all. .42. Pab's now trying to beat my score of 42. We'll assume that if he manages to do it, he was cheating. Spoils everything for everyone, this boy. Can't have any fun without him ruining it by trying.
53, not too bad.
And I've got FIFA in here and Sabutio and Championship Manager 2 and Football Manager, but most exciting, they have the game that started it all for me, Kenny Dalglish Soccer Manager. Without Kenny Dalglish Soccer Manager, I'd have a real job now. That game is where it all began. This lift is almost as exciting as the rest of the museum because it's like half lift, half tram. It's amazing. I want one for home. Well, Pablo's gone home back to Bolton, and after a couple of hours of napping and eating crumpets, the time has finally come. Where are we going?
To Arena.
We're going to Manchester Arena to see Christina Aguilera sing really loud. Should we go? She seems excited. But we have made it in. This one has merch. We'll show you the merch when we get back to the flat. It's still very early before it all starts, but I think she's done alright. Just about the best seats you could possibly hope for. If I just spin you around.
satin worth.
That's not a bad view. And importantly as well, unlike some places I've been to, there's some actual legroom, so I fit in the seats as well. Yeah, but when we went to Milton Keynes Arena 2 years ago, I think, I just had to stand in the aisle until someone moved and I got to swap seats because I just couldn't sit down. So this is all right. This is cool. Well, we are done. It's late. As you can see, it's very busy. Full and extensive review, plus merch haul when we get back to the flat. And I have a big sack full of goodies. In fact, in my youth, I went to a lot of gigs, but I've never done it in such a civilised manner before. We are sat back in the flat 5 minutes after standing up out of our seats in the arena, which is insanely good. But Anna wants to show off the bits and pieces that she purchased. Would you like to show us what you purchased, and then you can tell us all about how good the gig was? So here we have, we don't know why they're specifically dishwasher magnets. We're going to stick them on the fridge because we don't have a dishwasher. If they have to be stuck on our dishwasher, yeah, they're going to be stuck on me. But we have dishwasher magnets now. Next stop, get a dishwasher. A scrunched up beer soaked poster. Yeah. We haven't been drinking beer, but the person behind us, I don't know that they drank any. They certainly dropped a lot over you, your coat, your clothes, your stuff. I assume they had a little bit as well.
But, yeah.
It's a poster.
Yeah. We've only got 5 then. And then...
a t-shirt.
T-shirt.
With a picture of her from about 20 years ago on.
15. But yeah. Because the other ones, all the fat ones are sold out. So... well,
it's a Christina Aguilera concert. It's
full of mums,
yeah. It's mums there, isn't it? So that's why the big sizes all went.
Young people and men.
Yeah.
She's a very nice lady.
Indeed. Yeah. What did you think of the gig anyway? Tell us all about it. Give us your full review of Christina Aguilera live in concert, because I don't think it's fair for me to do it, because it's not my kind of gig.
I went through a range of emotions, some happy to tears. I don't know why, but I do. So.
Was she actually any good? Because
no, you're not allowed, because you go to things that I couldn't.
My thing was, because I've never been to a pop concert before, and I was blown away by how little time she spent stood on the stage singing songs. She was mostly costume changing or letting her backing singers do all the singing, or she oohed and ahed over it. Is that normal?
Yes, Kevin.
Okay, I don't know, because I've never been to, I'm used to people just standing up and singing.
Yeah, but you like bands, I like pop princesses.
But it was good, was it? Excellent. Well, we're going to continue our new civilised way of doing concerts.
It is good.
And have something to eat and go to bed, and then have a nice lie-in again in the morning, so we don't have to be out of here until lunchtime.
So we went to the O2, it was like an hour, didn't it, to get back?
Yeah, even if we weren't staying here, getting out of Manchester Arena is worlds apart from getting out of the O2. At the O2, you generally, unless you're really lucky, you don't get to come out right near the entrance anyway, so you're kind of working your way around the inside of the dome, and then you're all funneled towards North Greenwich Tube, and then you're trying to get on the tube, and the tube's busy, it's horrific, it's all awful. Here, yeah, we were walking back to a flat that's 5 minutes away, but even coming out of the arena into Victoria Station, it wasn't particularly busy. There were empty trams leaving. It was
nice.
Yeah, this is a good place to come to a gig. But I'm hungry and thirsty. We're gonna deal with those issues. Yeah, and there's Anna's coat, absolutely covered in somebody else's beer. And it is now day 3 of our Manchester vlog, and goodness me, is it a miserable day in Manchester this morning. Just looking out that window, it is, you can't quite tell from that shot, I don't think. It's pouring with rain again. It's 10:30 in the morning, and we have been up a couple of hours, had breakfast, that kind of thing. As you can see, the flat needs a little bit of putting back together again before we have to be out of here at 12 o'clock. But we're going to start doing that now. I don't think we're really going to do very much else in Manchester other than get our stuff back to the car and probably hit the road. But it would have been bad to end the vlog last night, just in case we did. So we'll leave that open just in case we end up doing anything else exciting. Look, you can see the trams from here. This is the kitchen window. There's a tram. Andy would love this flat. But I am now going to do 2 days worth of washing up. and put the kitchen back together and get all my, my electrical stuff from that corner. You can see the remnants of the takeaway that we got after we got back last night from the Christina Aguilera thing, and there's a few other bits of washing up just kind of sitting around the place as well. But I have thoroughly enjoyed the experience of being in an Airbnb again. It's been over 2 years since that first time we did it down in London, and it's just awesome. Like I said earlier in the week, or at the start of this video I guess, if we were in a Premier Inn, we're packing, that's why it's a mess, but this is the space we'd get. We'd get the bedroom and the bathroom, and it wouldn't have been as big as these probably. The fact that we've got this whole area too, where we could sit and watch TV in the evening, which we did on Monday night. Anna came and slept out on here at about 4 AM because I was apparently snoring a lot. So that's a big bonus. I had somewhere where I could sit and sort my thumbnails for my Football Manager videos and back up this content. I could eat Aldi's cinnamon cereal. We could make our own tea and coffee. I think we've saved a lot of money just by the fact that we've only had to actually eat out in restaurants twice, is it? In 3 days?
What?
Eating out in restaurants. We went to Wagamama and Red's. That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the time we've been able to not quite eat normally, because we did get a takeaway in there as well, but eat normal home food. Crumpets,
She was late
cereal.
last night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she didn't go on stage last night until about 9:30, so we weren't back in the flat until about 11 o'clock, and the only place is open at 11 o'clock. I mean, there was a co-op open. We did think about getting like some frozen foods and cooking it back
A
here.
week off, I don't want to have on my day off more co-op food.
Yeah, so there's a chicken place and a pizza place right next door, so we got something from there. But I am going to get on with this washing up. We'll check in with you again, probably just as we're leaving this flat. Approximately 45 minutes later, and we have a beautifully clean and tidy flat that's all been nicely sorted out. Bed's made even. We don't even do that at home most days. And as usual, more luggage than we came with. So we are going to go and dump this stuff in the car, and then I suggest probably go and find something to eat before we hit the road.
I've not eaten since yesterday.
There we go, we're going to go and find something to eat. Well, we decided to just hit the road because we had a look at the sat nav and saw that there's some kind of accident on the way home, so we just wanted to get on the road, so we've got to get Dave by 5 o'clock, and we were going to grab some food on the road. We're probably 3 minutes from the Arndale Centre, it's just that way, and they've got a Tim Hortons here.
I don't know what this is.
How can we not eat at Tim Hortons? The only experience I've had of Tim Hortons previously is they were opening one in Birmingham like a year or two back, and they were queuing around the block to get in. I understand this is a Canadian coffee and donut place that we have hardly any of in the UK. Breakfast at Tim Hortons works for me. So excited. Muffin, coffee, donut, hash browns. Happy Kevin. For those of you who follow me on Twitter will have already seen my full and detailed review, but to summarise quickly, it's fine. Sausage and bacon muffin was alright. Wasn't as good as McDonald's one though. Yeah, we had a maple dip donut, which I thought, a Canadian place, maple dip, that's got to be a winner. The maple part was delicious. The donut was too dry though. It wasn't as good as a Krispy Kreme. The coffee was nice. It was drinkable. Wasn't as good as Starbucks though, so it's fine if there's nowhere else, but I don't think we'd search it out again.
I like the fact that they let you have your own sauce.
Yeah.
I was taking it back, I was like...
Yeah, he said, what sauce do you want on the muffin? I have got a souvenir mug though, so Anna bought me a mug. Well, it turns out when you're an old man like me, if you have a coffee the size of the one we had in Tim Hortons, you can't make it more than 30 miles down the road before having to stop for a wee-wee. So we've stopped at some services. I think we're going to wrap the vlog up here. Anna's just yelled at me because I've parked in my usual space. We've not been to this service station for about 2 years, and this is where I parked last time. It's my usual space. I have Kevin's spaces everywhere we go, and apparently that's not normal. Let me know down in the comments. I guarantee people have a usual space everywhere. Of course you do. It means you don't have to think, where's your car? I'm going to come out of there and know where the car is, because it's where I usually put it. But we are going to wrap this vlog up here. If you want to find out what happens next, that would be on the weekly vlog that will be coming out on Monday 5 PM as usual. So hopefully you have enjoyed our little trip to Manchester over the last couple of days. If you have, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. This shouldn't be it for bonus videos this week as well. There should be an extra one from Birmingham Comic Con, where we're going on Saturday. I'm not sure if that'll make it out before or after the weekly vlog.
Really cold.
Well, you can come in. She's so rude. But if you have enjoyed it, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for lots more splendid vlogs and adventures. It's really not that cold. And thank you very much for watching.